Yo guys, Delirious Sanity back at it again with another Fallout 4 video, and today we are discussing Creation Club. Now I know that's a bit of a sore subject for the community, and I am going to be reviewing 4 or 5, let me see, the Hellfire Power Armor, the Horsepower Armor, the Homemade Shotgun, the Onyx Paint, and the Morgan spacesuit. Now, from my experience, all of those are pretty good creations, and I'm going to go forth and show you all of those and explain how well they are compared to mods and, just in general. But first, I wanted to discuss just Creation Club in general. Now, I know a lot of people are like, yeah, screw Creation Club, it's just paid for mods, this, that, and the other, and I understand where they're coming from, considering what they've already experienced in the history of Bethesda trying paid for mods before. And first off, I just want to say I'm not necessarily like on board with them charging a high amount for something so simple, but I definitely am on board with Creation Club in general. I would like to see them develop more better mods that, or creations I should say, that are just like fully fleshed out, huge, massive, updates / DLCs, not just like little tiny little things that cost like $5 here or there. That's not really cool, having to pay $5 for a backpack that really, if you're gonna pay that much for so little, you might as well do mods. But at the same time, there are some that are worth it right now, and they are kind of, so to say, still in the beta version. They haven't really released anything besides the starter content, and there's a reason for that, and I'm sure they are working hard to get better content, and I'm sure they're going to balance out the price between the content, and I hope they do. And I would like to see this get to become great, because for a few reasons. I don't mind modders getting paid for what they do. I personally love to develop mods and app games, and just developing in general is very, very fun, and those who get to do it and have fun and mod their own favorite games, cheers to that. And then also being able to work for your favorite game company to develop mods or creations for them, that's mind-blowing. If I were making mods and Bethesda came to me and said, hey, you wanna work for us and make some mods, oh man, you have no idea how excited I would be. I don't care how little money or how much money I made. Although I have heard that these guys are getting a pretty decent salary, I'd say they're probably getting, at least more than minimum wage for sure. And they get paid before the fact, so it doesn't necessarily have to sell in order for them to get paid. I mean, as of right now, Creation Club is kind of tanking, and they're still making money, the modders that is, and I can appreciate that. I can appreciate the fact that, in a sense, Bethesda is adding more assets for us on PS4 to be able to play with and make mods with, and I appreciate that they allow us to edit their creations, to make mods out of them, because way back in the day, I thought like, hey, it'd be cool if instead of having outside asset mods, if they just added a fuck ton of assets and kind of sold them to us. And in a sense, they are doing that same thing, except a bit different, where they're actually fully fledged stuff that we can play with and mess around with even without mods. And I actually really appreciate that too, because even though Fallout 4 wasn't as good as New Vegas, I really do like the vanilla Fallout 4, and I don't mind playing it on my PS4 with a little bit more content. That's always nice. I will say, once again, the prices are a bit high on it, but don't be too judgmental yet. If, put down your pitchforks for just a second, wait a few months, maybe even a year, see in the long haul what Creation Club is going to be. If it's having these modders become better, developers, and having them develop massive mods, or very well scripted mods and we're able to mess with them on console, I am totally okay with that. I love Fallout and I would love more content, whether it be the next game or the next mod or the next creation. I don't mind where it comes from. You know, there are all kinds of sources that you can get for Fallout stuff. You can buy the game, you can play mods, you can play other people's versions of Fallout that they've developed, you can pay for Creation Club. It doesn't matter, it's all just content in my opinion, and well, not necessarily my opinion, it's a fact. It's all really just, you know, more Fallout content for us, and that's really what the Fallout fans are begging for. So I don't understand how you could want better DLCs or want the next game to be so great and you won't be open-minded about what they're giving you right now. I don't understand how that works, but hey, I'm not going to judge. Anyway, let's get into actual creations themselves. So first off, I'm going to start off with the Morgan spacesuit. And the reason is I'm wearing it. And the other reason is it's very simple, although it is quite high quality. The textures are very, very good. I mean, it would be cool if there was almost like a little gas mask thing that worked with it, to where you had to wear a gas mask if you wore this or something like that. You know, you could kind of like Metro if you ever played that game. I guess that's just me craving the survivalness of Fallout that I'm never probably going to get in Fallout 4, unfortunately, without a fuck ton of mods. But I will say the suit is very, very high quality. It looks very nice. The graphics are just as good, if not better, than mods on the Xbox or PC. I will say though, I think it's just a port from Prey, and that's a bit disappointing. The other thing that I would definitely say is that it doesn't belong in Fallout, and I don't know why they would port that over, but I'm not complaining. It's free right now. You can go grab it from the Creation Club store, as well as the horsepower armor. They're both free right now, so if you want to check those out, then you can. The next thing that I'm going to present is the thing that most people think is the best thing in Creation Club, and well, I don't necessarily disagree, but in a sense I have a different opinion. Now this is one of the more higher quality things in Creation Club, this backpack here, and the reason that it is a lot of people say it's the most high quality is because there's so much customization. Not only are the graphics good, it allows you to have more carry weight, but there are customizations beyond your wildest dream. You can come down here, go to backpack, you can change the color, black, blue, brown, camo, there's all kinds of colors. You can change the patch on there, Brotherhood of Steel, Gunner, Institute, Medic, Minuteman, NCR, whatever you want you can put on there. Unfortunately, it is just a small little patch, it doesn't affect the whole bag, but we'll get to something that does. Here you can take on and off the straps, because they are a bit glitchy, so you might want to have them off, but I prefer them on just because it's more realistic, even though it is a bit glitchy. And here is where it actually gets good. You can add ammo in a sleeping bag or explosives. Not an explosive sleeping bag, you wouldn't want to sleep in something like that, but a sleeping bag, as well as, you know, whatever you want to put on there, that's what you can put on. I personally go with a survival, and I go with the NCR, and I go with brown, because it all adds up pretty well, and it's all Fallout-y, and that's what I like, is you know, even when I'm messing around with mods, I prefer the ones that should be in Fallout. And honestly, something like this should have been in the base game. But anyway, never mind that legendary effects, you can't do that without mods. So yeah, I've got the survival backpack. It's got all this survival gear on it. It's got a gas mask, the NCR patch, all that fun stuff. It does look really nice. The only complaint, and the only one that I have about it, is how those straps glitch through everything you wear. I mean, I get it. A lot of things phase through when it comes to clothing, but that is the kind of stuff that really bugs me, being a bit OCD. It is extremely irritating when I make a whole, you know, outfit of survival gear and it looks like the armor is phasing through the other armor. Yeah, but that's alright. Anyway, the next thing that we are going to look at is what you're looking at right now, this Onyx Black Power Armor paint. I have to say it's not worth the points that you spend on it, just because there are mods that make it black. But I will say, not even on Xbox One is there a power armor paint that is as detailed. Well, actually there are a few on the Xbox One, but not, in my opinion, as good as this one, just because it's black yet it's scratchy, and everything on the power armor, the hoses right here, the straps, everything is kind of a different color. It's not just all plain black like most black power armor paint mods you would find. Even the eye is a different shade, and everything's different shades, and I really like that, because a lot of the power armor paint that you can get on PS4 and Xbox, besides a few of them on Xbox, are really like essentially all the same color. They might use that black for the shoulder and use it for every other texture on this power armor, and I don't really like that about mods, but I do like the quality of this creation. It's nice, it's black, it's sleek, it really adds to the power armor, makes it look badass. But in my opinion, once again, should have been in the base game. But let's not talk about the base game, we'll save that for another video, eh? Alright, so the next one that we're going to be checking out is the Hellfire power armor, and this power armor looks the baddest out of any power armor in the base game, plus all the DLC, plus everything in Creation Club. This is just about the best power armor you can get on the PS4, in my opinion. I guess the only thing that compares to it is this thing, but this is definitely looks very, very nice. The only complaint that I have about this is the fact that you can't use this paint on that. And you might be thinking, well, this looks just like that paint. Well, I'm OCD. Once again, it bugs me when you can't use stuff from Creation Club on Creation Club content. It's like, what the hell? What was the thought there? Anyway, I hope they update Creation Club content, give it patches so that it does become better content, and maybe will in the future be worth the money that you spend on it. But anyway, yeah, this is well worth the money in my opinion, because power armor is power armor, and I'm willing to spend money on it. I've heard people complaining about the legs kind of I guess glitching through, kind of like the shoulders do on the backpack. And so yeah, just a little bit of texture problems, but honestly the power armor looks very good and it's very good quality, so I don't have any complaints there, but I'm sure anybody could find something. Anyway, the last but definitely not least is the Horse power armor. This is a very good quality creation, in my opinion. I don't know why they added this to Creation Club. Originally when Fallout 4 was first announced, they also announced the fact that there will be console mods for Fallout 4. And when they announced that, they showed this Horse power armor in that video. So you would think it's a mod, right? I guess not. I guess they just decided to have it as a creation instead. Anyway, it does look really cool. It seems more of like a Raider power armor, because it's not necessarily like the same on both sides, and it just looks like somebody built it from a bunch of metal and horse pieces. The thing that extremely bugs me is that the feet are two different color. I guess the whole legs are two different colors, and you can't change that. B, the shoulders are completely different. I don't understand. I mean, obviously the developers aren't as OCD as I am, but I just don't understand why you do something like that. My favorite thing about the power armor, though, is the noise that it makes when you get in it. It's a pretty funny noise. Anyway, yeah, the power armor, it's very good quality, and I hope to see more power armors in Creation Club, because I fucking love power armor. Who doesn't love power armor? I want to see more weapons as well, because That is one thing that I definitely like the most out of mods, is all the weapons that we got. You know, I just realized that I said last but not least on this one, and I meant last but not least on this one. This is definitely the last creation that I have. It is the homemade shotgun. It has a bit of customization, but not really a whole lot. If you go here, you can change the barrel up, you can change it from short, the receiver, the stock, you can change the sights, and you can have a muzzle brake or not. In my opinion, it looks best just like that. And the one thing that I really do like about this gun is how good it looks and how good of a quality this mod is, and how it looks just like the basically the fan art that, you know, basically it was made after. It is a pretty good replica of that. Once again, honestly, should have been in the base game, but I really do like this, and it is probably my favorite mod in Creation Club so far. And there's a few reasons for that. A, it is badass as fuck. B, it's the only other double barrel shotgun we have, and I just want to show you a quick comparison of the double barrel in the game versus this one, and you will laugh. Okay, you see, you just take a good look at how, you know, big this is in your hand and how, like, beefy it is, and it's a shotgun, so it should be, you know, reasonably. You take a look at this double barrel shotgun, and you can quickly notice that this one is much bigger, much better quality. It just doesn't look tiny like this thing. And also they made new sound effects for the new one, which sound a bit more like a shotgun. I don't know what this is supposed to sound like, but this definitely sounds a bit more like what I would expect coming from a 12 gauge shotgun with a short barrel of all, and just, yeah, I'm not gonna mention that. Anyway, this thing is actually quite powerful. It aced the pyro guy that was wearing that armor right there in 2 shots, which made me feel like the gun was very powerful and the pyro guy was very shit. It was pretty lackluster, that oh so hard boss fight that took me 2 hits to finish. But I'm not going to complain about that. I'm just going to go ahead and show you what it's like against a Deathclaw. Now, as the shotgun should be, oh, that's not a Deathclaw, that's a box. I'm going to try not to go psycho and start shooting at that box, and just get a few Deathclaws to test out. I thought it was a bit weird when the Deathclaw didn't freaking spawn. Anyway, here we are. Deathclaw. Try 2 Deathclaws and 1 legendary Deathclaw, just to give it a bit of spice. Now, as I was going to say, as a shotgun should be, it doesn't do much damage from a distance. Tiny amounts of damage, but up close, this thing just drops that Deathclaw like it's a hot potato. Seriously, it's amazing. I love it. Shotgun should be very powerful up close and should feel like a high-powered BB gun from a distance. So I appreciate the fact that it does. Most games don't get that right, but this game and this gun definitely got 10 out of 10 when it comes to that, and I appreciate it. I will say though, it is a bit powerful. Could tone it down a little bit. But that's why you pick your own receiver and you really edit how you want it. Now let's see what we can do to this legendary Deathclaw up close. How many hits do you think it's going to take? Write your answer down in the comments and see if you're right. Oh, took more than I thought it would. Holy shit. He's not happy. Alright, so I believe that was 6 hits. Not bad. Not bad at all. And that was just amazing. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching. Subscribe to the channel if you like what you see, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.